Every few months, social media erupts with the same claim: Mr. Bean is dead. It usually comes in the form of the clickbait YouTube videos, a poorly designed Facebook post, or a viral X, formerly Twitter, threads. For the fans across the world, while these rumors spark panic and the sadness, after all, Rowan Atkinson is bumbling, silent character is one of the most beloved creations in the television history. But in 2025, the truth is clear and reassuring that Rowan Atkinson, the man behind the Mr. Bean, is very much alive. At the years 70 years old, the English comedian continues to work, reflect, and adapt his legendary creation to new audiences. This year has been particularly important for the Atkinson. He reached his milestone, the 17th birthday, oversaw the renewal of the Mr. Bean, the animated series of the fourth season, and once again addressed the lingering question of the whether the live action Bean will ever return. The answer, while announced, offer a fascinating glimpse into the relationship between an actor and the character who defined him. In this extended feature, we explore Ankitson's journey in 2025, his birthday celebrations, his honest reflections about the Mr. Bean, the new animated episodes, rumors of the future projects, and the lasting global power of the man in a tweeted jacket who says almost nothing about but makes everyone laugh. On January 6, 2025, Rowan Atkinson celebrated his 70th birthday. Media outlets around the world used to the occasion to reflect on his career, from his sharp within when the Blackadder to his pie parody in the Johnny English, and of course his near silent cloying in the Mr. Bean. The tone of the coverage was celebratory but also competitive. Atkinson himself has often been ambivalent about the fame. He has admitted that while he values the success Bean through brought him, he sometimes felt trapped by the character's global popularity, yet reaching the 70 has given him the distance to see things with a more balance. He reportedly spent the days quietly with the family and the friends, avoiding grand public appearances and keeping with his famously private personality. Still, fans around the globe marked the day online, posting media's memes, clips, and the heartful thank yous. The hashtags like the Happy Birthday Mr. Bean trended on the X as a reminder that even decades after the original series aired, the world still cares deeply about him. The biggest professional news for the Yankees in 2025 is the renewal of the Mr. Bean, the animated series of the fourth season. Originally launched in 2002, animated spin-off has become the cornerstone of the Bean's enduring legacy. It also allowed the Ankitson to keep the character alive without exhausting the demand of the physical slapstick on the set. The upcoming season will include the 52 brand new episodes, each around 11 minutes long, that bring the total number of the animated episodes to nearly 200, for surpassing the 14th live action episodes made in the early 90s. Atkinson in deeply involved in the new season. He continues to provide the Beans distinctive grunts and the occasional words, and he serves as an executive producer. The series is scheduled to air across multiple platforms: Cartoonito in the UK, HBO and Max, Warner Bros. Discovery channels in some regions, ITVX in the UK and Ireland, and broadcasters in the South and the Southeast Asia. The new season coincides with the 35th anniversary of the Mr. Bean, which first appeared in the ITV in 1990. The producers have promised a mix of the classic visual gags and the fresh scenarios. According to the J and the distribution company, fans as expect Bean to find himself in even more absurd adventures, whether in the outer space, underground mines, or the suburban chores. Despite the animated revival, fans constantly ask, will Roman Atkinson ever play live action as Mr. Bean again? In 2025 interviews, Atkinson gave one of his clear answer, yet he admitted that while he occasionally thinks about it, it is almost certain what he will not return in the full. The reason is simply physical exhaustion. I did not enjoy playing him anymore. The weight of the responsibility is not the pleasant, it's the stressful and exhausting. Atkinson explained that the physical demand of the embodying Bean's exaggerated facial contortions and the pratfalls and the precise timing are no longer suitable for him at the stage of the life. He stressed that he has not ruled it out entirely, not an impossibility, but the fans should temper their expectations. This honesty reflects on Atkinson's complex relationship with the Bean. On the one hand, the character brought him international fame and the financial success. On the other hand, it became a burden. Audiences wanted Bean, not Atkinson. As he put it once, it is easier to play someone else than to play yourself, but harder to escape him later. Beyond the Bean, Atkinson continues to experiment. In 2022, he starred in the Netflix Man vs. Bee, a slapstick miniseries where his character Trevor Bringley battles to be inside a luxurious mansion. The show was well received for its short being able format and the familiar physical comedy. Now rumors suggest a follow-up titled Man vs. Baby. Reports claim that the Trevor will return. This makes the task with the baby sitting in a lavish London penthouse. The series is set to build on the Kidson's signature mix of the chows, empathy, and the disaster. While not officially confirmed, the idea has generated buzz because it allows Kitson to explore the slapstick outside of the Bean identity. Fans appreciate these ventures because they prove Atkinson is not one-note comedian. Whether as Johnny English or the Trevor Bingley, he has the gift for the physical humor that adapts to the new settings. On one of the most fascinating aspects of the 2025 how the animated Mr. Bean has changed over time. In the early 90s, Bean was almost entirely silent, a man child figure stumbling through life with a little speech. But in the animated series, particularly the newer season, Bean speaks more often and interacts with the larger cast of the characters. Atkinson himself has acknowledged this revolution. He describes Bean as a child trapped in a man's body, which explains both his innocence and the selfishness. In the animations, Bean, childlike and imagination, can run wider than ever. Space adventures, surreal misshapes, and the impossible stunts. This shift has been important for keeping the Bean relevant to the younger generations who consume faster, louder media than the audiences. In 1990, yet the essence remains the same: visually comedy, minimal dialogues, and the universal relatability. Why does Mr. Bean resonate in 2025? The answer lies in his universality. Bean does not rely on the language, so his comedy transcends borders. His misadventures appeal to both children and adults. His exaggerated physical connects to the traditions of the Charlie Chaplin and the Buster Keaton. In the countries as varied in the India, Mexico, Egypt, Bean is recognizable as the Mickey Mouse or the Superman. The 17th birthday celebrations showed just how global his reach remains. Clips from the original show and trend regularly on the TikTok and the YouTube Shorts, where the young audiences discover him for the first time. For many roles, Bean represents the childhood nostalgia, a reminder of the simpler times when families gathered to watch his chaotic brilliance on the VHS tapes or the broadcast TV. For children today, the animated version provides the same laughter in a modern format. In the interviews, Atkinson often emphasizes that he never set out to create an international icon. Bean was originally conceived as one of the off character in the university sketch. The ITV shows that followed the ran for only 14 episodes between 1990 and 1995. Nobody expected it to become a cultural phenomenon. Atkinson is also deeply analytic about the comedy. He urges that the humor comes from the structure, timing, and the logic rather than the improvisations. In the sense, Bean's Chows is carefully engineered even in the animated series and Kitchen's review script, ensuring the rhythms of the comedy feels authentic. The series about the stillness is a part of why his work endures. Returning to the central question, is Mr. Bean alive? Is it worth nothing often how Rowan Atkinson has had to deny death houses? Fake news about his supposed passing has circulated since 2010s, often tied the malicious scams or the clickbait. Atkinson himself rarely responds, but his representatives consistently confirm that he is alive. The persistence of these rumors show two things: the scale of his fame and the internet's appetite for shocking headlines. For Atkinson, this has sometimes been distressing. Friends and family have been alarmed by the false reports, yet he continues to endure this side effect of the celebrity, just as he has endured the typecasting of the Bean. The fourth season could be followed by the fifth, depending on the ratings on the international demand. Given the Bean's brand value, it seems likely. About the more animated Bean special and the comedies, while a full live action reveals is unlikely, Atkinson's might occasionally appears as the Bean in the charity events, commercial, or the short sketches. Shows like Man vs. Bee and The Man vs. Baby demonstrate that Atkinson's willingness to explore physical comedy in fresh formats. At 70, Atkinson may choose to slow down the focusing on the selective projects while enjoying the private life with the family. In 2025, Rowan Atkinson is not only alive but also creatively active. His 17th birthday was marked worldwide. Mr. Bean, the animated series, has returned stronger than ever. Rumors of a live action comeback remain uncertain, but the animated version ensures Bean's survival of the new generation. What makes this story remarkable is how a character born in a half hour sketch in 1990 has grown into one of the world's most recognizable comic figures. From London to Lahore, New York to the Nairobi, everyone knows the man in the brown suit with the red tie who never quite fits it but always finds a way to make us laugh. Atkinson may not enjoy the burden of the beans as much as he once did, but he has ensured that his creation outlives him in the animation, in the memory, and the laughter. For fans worried by the online hoaxes, the answer is simple: Mr. Bean is alive, both through Rowan Atkinson himself and through the timeless comedy with that will keep entertaining the world for decades to come. So guys, if you find this video as entertaining and informative, then you have to like the video and also have to subscribe the channel. I wishing you a very good time ahead and good luck.